Hello and welcome, Yarn Besties. My name is Michael and I am the Crafty Crocheter. And if you're new to the channel or watching my videos for the first time, thank you for stopping by. And I hope that you like what you see. And if so, please give this video a like and also subscribe to the channel. And if you are a returning viewer and or loyal subscriber, welcome back, as I appreciate your patronage. So in this video, I thought I would crack the code when it comes to reading crochet charts. Now, for those of you who are kind of confused on how to read a crochet chart, I will go into detail on all the symbols for the basic stitches, and then I will demonstrate what each stitch how you work each stitch. So call this like a refresher course, if you will. I'm going to show each symbol before and go into a little detail what each of them means, and then I also will give the UK equivalent, because I use US terms when it comes to crocheting, so I'll include those for those of you who use the UK terms. Without further ado, here we go. Now here's an example of a typical crochet chart. Now this chart, I'm just as a demonstration. This is from the Red Heart Sweethearts Granny Square that I replicated. So feel free to go back to that video and see how that works. But for the purposes of this video, I'm going to explain what all the symbols mean. I'm just going to go into the basic, because in here there are some symbols too, but I will go into detail on what each symbol means, and when you see those, you'll know what to do as far as what stitch to use or what to do after that. And you see there's like for half double crochets, single crochets, and so forth. I'm going to go ahead and jump into each symbol, so if you're ready, here we go. Alright, so the first symbol you see on your screen is for the chain stitch, and I too have the title cracking the code. Okay, so this is what you'll see. This is basically like it's shaped like a rice kernel almost, or like a oblong, a stretched out oval shape. And I also included, and then the abbreviation for the chain, and it just marked it up. And then in the UK it's the same thing. So go ahead and demonstrate the chain stitch for you. Again, so I already have my slip knot on here. So basically for a chain, all you're doing is you're yarning over and pulling. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can see this a little bit better. All right, there we go. So basically for the chain stitch, all you're doing is you're yarning over and you're pulling through. You just did a chain stitch. Again, yarn over, pull through the loop, and then you're completing chain stitches as you do this. Now, as I always mentioned, that the journey of 1,000 projects begins with a single chain stitch, and that is so true, because without this simple yet rudimentary stitch, you won't be able to work on any projects at all. So I'm going to go ahead and chain a couple, because in the next I'm going to show you how to do another stitch. I'm stitching this a couple, just not really counting. All right, so those are what your chain stitches should look like. All right, so so the next symbol you're seeing on your screen is for the slip stitch, and basically it's just represented by a dot. And there's the abbreviation SLST for slip stitch, and then I just wrote slip. And again, there is no UK variation for this stitch. It's the same in both US and UK. So I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate the slip stitch now. So for the slip stitch, all you're going to do, well, of course, whenever you do a chain, you're going to skip one from the hook, because that one does not count. This does not count. So you're going to skip one from the chain, go into the next loop, of course, and then you're going to pull through. That is your slip stitch. I'll demonstrate again. So go into the stitch, and then you're going to pull the yarn through both loops. Again, go into the next stitch. Then you're just going to pull the yarn through both loops, and basically what you're doing here, you're doing a slip stitch. All right, so we're on to the next stitch now. So this is for the US, it's a single crochet, or if you're in the UK, it's a double crochet, and it's either represented by an X or a plus sign, or actually it should be like a longer, but let me correct this so that way, kind of like a longer. There we go. That's what it's supposed to look like for. There we go. It's kind of like a cross, but with the smaller bar in the middle. That is for your single crochet or double crochet for those in the UK. All right, so to start a single crochet, again, you're going to skip the first chain from hook, and then you're going to insert your hook into the next stitch, Then you're going to pull that yarn through. Then you're going to have 2 loops on your hook, and then yarn over and pull that through the 2 loops. And that is your single crochet. Again, insert your hook into the stitch, pull the yarn through, 2 loops on your hook. Then I'm going to yarn over again and pull that yarn through both loops. Again, insert into the stitch, pull that through, you'll have 2 loops, yarn over, go through both loops. And that is how you work a single crochet. Alright, so for the next stitch, we're moving on to the half double crochet, or for those in the UK, the half treble crochet. And I just did the abbreviation HDC for half double crochet and HTC for half treble crochet. Now to work the half double, say you're at the end of the row, then you need to start a row of half double crochets. So what you're going to do here, you're going to chain 2, since we're starting on a row of half double crochets, and then turn your work, and then you're going to skip the next 2 from hook, and then you're going to yarn over, go into that first stitch, pull that yarn through, and then you're going to have 3 loops on your hook. And then after you have your 3 loops on the hook, yarn over again, and then pull your yarn through all 3 loops. Again, yarn over, go into the next stitch, pull through, you'll have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over again, and pull the yarn through all 3 loops. And that is a half double crochet. So basically, for your half double or half treble, you're going to yarn over, go into the next stitch, pull that yarn through, then you're going to have 3 loops, yarn over again, and then pull that yarn through all 3 of these loops. Alright, and that is how you work the half double crochet. Alright, now we're moving on to the double crochet, or in the UK it's called the treble crochet. Again, DC for double crochet, TC for treble crochet. And this is the symbol that you'll see when you are told to work a double crochet. And it's just like a line on top of the longer line, and then through the middle is kind of like a small little slanted slash to the middle. We only see one of those for a double crochet. So now we're going to go ahead and work the double crochet. So since we're on the end of the row and we're going to be working double crochets, from here you're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Then you're going to turn your work, and then you're going to yarn over, and then go and then skip those 3 chains you've just done, and then go into the first stitch, pull that yarn through. Again, just like with the half double crochet, you'll have 3 loops on your hook, but instead of pulling the yarn through all 3 loops, you're only going to pull the yarn through the first 2 loops, and then again through the last 2. So yarn over, pull through the first 2, then you'll have 2 loops in your hook, yarn over one more time, and then pull that through the remaining 2. And that is your double crochet. Let's go ahead and do that again. So yarn over, go into the next stitch, pull the yarn through. Again, you'll have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, then again yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops. And I'll do that one more time. Yarn over, go into your next stitch, pull the yarn through, then you'll have 3 loops in your hook, then yarn over, pull the yarn through the first 2 loops only, then you'll have 2 loops remaining on your hook, then yarn over, and then pull through the last 2. And that is how you work the double crochet. Alright, so for the next stitch, we are working on the triple crochet, or the treble for here in the US, and for those who are using UK terms, it's what's known as a double treble crochet. And again, symbolism TC for triple crochet, and then DTC for double treble crochet. And then this is a symbol that you'll see when you are asked to work a triple crochet, which is basically the same long T as the double crochet and the half double crochet, but with the exception that instead of 1 line, you have 2 lines, which denotes a triple crochet. So I'm gonna go ahead. Let's go ahead and work that now. So say you're at the end of the row and you need to start working on triple crochets. So you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna chain 4. And then turn your work and then again yarn over twice. Now instead of yarning over once like you did with the half double and the double crochet, for the triple crochet you're going to yarn over twice, and then you're going to insert your hook into the first stitch of the row, then pull that yarn through, and now you're going to have 4 loops on your hook. And then as you did with the double crochet, you're going to yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops only. Then you'll have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over again, pull that through the first 2 loops only. Then you'll have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over one more time, and then finish it off by pulling the yarn through the last 2. And that is your triple crochet. So let's go ahead and do that one more time. Yarn over twice, and then insert your hook into the next stitch of the row. Pull that yarn through, and then you're going to have 4 loops, 1, 2, 3, 4 on your hook. Then yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops. Then you'll have 3 loops remaining on your hook. Yarn over, pull through the next 2. Then you'll have 2 loops remaining on your hook. And yarn over, and then pull through the final 2. Again, I'll do another one more time. Yarn over twice. Then you're going to insert into the next stitch and pull that yarn through. Then you'll have 4 loops remaining on your hook. Yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, 3 loops remaining. Yarn over, pull through the next 2 remaining. Yarn over and pull through the final 2. And that is how you work triple crochets. Alright, so finally, the last basic stitch I'm going to go over in regards to reading a chart is what's known as a quadruple crochet, or for those in the UK using UK terms, a triple treble crochet. And again, the QC for quadruple crochet and TTC for triple treble crochet. And then same symbol as the half double and the double and the triple crochet, but for a quadruple you have another line. So there's a total of 3 lines to denote a quadruple crochet. Now to work a quadruple crochet to start of the new row, you're going to go ahead and going to chain 5. Then you turn your work, and then instead of yarning over twice, for the quadruple crochet you're going to yarn over 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Then insert your hook into the first stitch of the row. Now you have 5 loops on your hook. Then as you did with the double crochet, triple crochet, you're going to yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops only. Then you'll have 4 loops remaining on your hook. Yarn over, go through the next 2, 3 loops remaining. Yarn over, go through the next 2, 2 loops remaining. Yarn over, go through the final 2. And you just worked your quadruple crochet. So let's go ahead and do that again. Yarn over 3 times. Go into the next stitch. Pull that yarn through. Now you have 5 loops on your hook. Yarn over, go through the first 2. You have 4 remaining. Yarn over, go through the next 2. You have 3 remaining. Yarn over, go through the next 2. You'll have 2 remaining. Yarn over, go through the final 2, and you just worked another quadruple crochet. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this video today as much fun as I had making it. I thought I haven't covered this before, so I thought it would be like for a refresher course for those of you who are wanting to crochet or kind of confused by the symbols when you encounter a chart. Of course, if you have any questions or comments, let me know, and then I will address those in a future video. Or you can email me. I'll leave my email address in the description below. Again, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to this video. Like this video and subscribe to the channel. So as of right now, I have 808 subscribers at this time, which is fantastic. I hope to keep the momentum going. I hope to get my 1,000 subscribers here soon. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves and each other.